Welcome back, everyone. In our last session, we defined what is digital marketing and we explored its core media platforms and also the poem framework. Today, we are going on a journey through time, that is from the birth of internet in the early 90s and the AI powered IoT enabled world of this 2026, that is industry web 2.0 or 5.0, whatever the people are saying now. Understanding this evolution is not just a historical event or a trivia. It gives you the context to understand why things work the way do they are doing it today. Think of it in this way: if you want to understand why WhatsApp is such a powerful tool making channel, you need to understand the mobile revolution first. So that is the very important concept you should think in this evolution. If you want to understand why Google Ads is the $200 billion business, and you need to understand how search become the primary way of life of people and navigate in the internet. The history clearly explain the present, the past, and also the future. Before I start my class, let me ask a question. Give your ideas and give the answer also. What year do you think the first digital advertisements was placed online? So if you know, you can just give it in the forum also. The answer is nothing but in 1994. So let's go through that. Basically, when it was started, how it was started, then the evolution, birth of the digital world one by one in this regard. Let me go to the concepts. In 1990s, the first search engine, Archie, this was born. And in this year, the World Wide Web, that is brand new, and most people have never heard about it. But in this year, a search tool called Archive was created. The world's very first search engine. It is primitive by today's standards, but it didn't index web pages. Yeah, the index file names were in the FTP servers, but it was the beginning of something monumental. The idea that you could search for information digitally. That was what the primary motive of this search engine when it was started in 1990. Then comes your SEO. SEO was born, and this search engine optimization was born almost immediately after, as website owners realized that appearing on the top of each result meant for visitors, and visitors also meant potential customers. Then in 1994, the first clickable web banner was came into the activation, and that event officially launched digital advertising as an industry. The AT&T placed the first clickable banner advertisement on the website called Heartwired.com. That was the first digital advertisement, which I was asking you earlier the question. Heartwired.com. The ad said, "Have you ever clicked your mouse right here?" This is what the ad. And you will it get a click through rate of 44%. Today, the average banner ads get less than 0.1%. But that first ad proved something revolutionary, and people would like to click on advertisement placed on the web pages, and brands were willing to pay for these type of clicks. Also in 1994, Yahoo was founded. You know that the Google and Yahoo launched in 1998, but in 1994 itself, Yahoo was founded as a web directory. And two Stanford students, namely Laurie Page and I think Sergey Brin, were about to build a search engine that would change everything. They launched Google in 1998. In the same year, Yahoo was also launched as a web search. Suddenly, the internet had two powerful search engines, and millions of people began using them daily. That is the what I can say, the boom of digital marketing platforms. In 1997, you can see the first recognizable social media site, that's 6degrees.com, which allowed users to create profiles and connect with friends. It attracted nearly 3.5 million users. It was the primitive ancestor of LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. We can say that this 6degrees.com was the pioneer of all these social media networks. Then you can draw that the first search engine era was started in 1990 and 94. The first banner ad started, and 1997 the first social networking started. And you also can see that 1998 Google launches, and there are four pillars of the digital marketing foundations started. And when you are coming to the millennial era or the social networking era, that we call it as the millennials point. The search engine history I was giving about 1990, Archie, the world's first search engine, launched, and then the search engine optimization quickly started and followed by, with the help of website, completed for visibility. And in 1994, the first clickable ad banner was introduced. I just explained it to you. This is to summate all these matters with you. And in 1997, the first identifiable social media site launched, attracting of 3.5 million users. I told you the 6degrees.com. And in 1998, Google and Yahoo launched as a web search engines, and they are revolutionizing the people to find informations online. Marketers quickly realized the web offered a new measurable communication channel unlike anything before. And in 2000s, it was called the millennial era or the social networks. Now we move into the 2001st. We encounter is the dot-com bubble. People started creating their own websites, companies, and brands bubbled with dot coms. If you have studied business history, you know this story, that investors are pouring enormous amounts, just like now they are pouring on AI. They started pouring the money into internet um, creation of website, blogs, and other things with no real business models. The assumption was simple: if you have a website or a .com address, you are going to be worth billions. So the stock market sent technology valuations to absurd levels. And then in 2000, the bubble burst. Between 2000 to 2002, trillions of dollars of market value evaporated. Thousands of internet companies collapsed overnight, and many investors lost everything. It was a painful, humbling moment for the entire digital world. But here they learnt a lesson. Example, the internet, thousands of companies collapsed overnight. Even then, there is a um, boom in the industry of digital era that not everyone died. The companies that survived the dot-com burst were the ones with real business models, and they had real customers and they have real values also. They maintain their value system, like Amazon survived because it is genuinely selling books and products. They were selling books initially. And Google survived because it was genuinely useful for searching or browsing in the internet. The bust killed the hype, but the substance was as such. And in 2002 onwards, the rebuilding began. Once again, people started with a bus of dot-com fever started, just like now a fever started, just like that the fever started and rebuilding. That time only the LinkedIn was launched. That is in 2002. Professional networking was moved online. People started creating professional networking with the help of LinkedIn. Then in 2003, MySpace launched and WordPress made blogging accessible to ordinary people. And in 2004, Harvard student names, you all knows that, Mark Zuckerberg, launched a site called the Facebook. And by 2006, it was open to everyone in the world. Within 10 years, it will have, I think that more than 2 billion users. The most powerful medium where people are connected with everyone is now Facebook. Even Instagram is leading, people are still in Facebook. The merits of Facebook, you can see that you can create your own page, you can browse with a lot of people, you can have a marketplace separately, and the assessments are also separated for you. In the 2000s also saw the rise of mobile text messaging, a market channel. Brands started sending SMS promotions, and they offers customer delightful discounts with different customer databases. They collected the mobile phone numbers and they started sending SMS. That is, SMS marketing was very crucial in those days, and it was crude but effective. But it was planted the seed for mobile marketing. This SMS marketing itself was a very big boom in the digital marketing. This pays in later days the mobile marketing technique to the larger extent. Amazon's e-commerce sales crossed $10 billion, that is mark in this decade, providing once for all the people are willing to buy online. You can witness it during the COVID period. This will really make the people to buy on internet. The question was definitely answered that why do you people are buying online? You know that we are very convenient, no need for us to shop and travel and buy things. The familiar world brands are available. All these things will be the question of Amazon's e-commerce sales. And let me ask you a question. Why do you think LinkedIn become a social network specifically for professionals rather than general socializing? What makes this the gap? How to fill this gap? We have to just think about this in the current scenario, because LinkedIn people, only elite people, working people are doing that. So the key lessons what you are found out from this, they started building values first, and then they are monetizing it, and the dot-com burst provided permanently some booms in the industry. These things are the millennial era and the social networking birth of all the digital platforms and digital uh, marketing initiations or evolution. So let me sum up this slide for you. In 2000 to 2002, the dot-com bubble peaked and burst. wiping out many early internet business. And survivors like Amazon and Google, they emerged as a stronger websites, and they are more focused on sustainable business models. LinkedIn was launched in the year 2002. It was only for professional networking, and MySpace in 2003 and WordPress in 2003, which was enabling people to personal publishing and social networking at scale. Facebook was launched in the year 2004, eventually become the world's largest social network. And in 2000s, mobile text messaging, it's called SMS, become increasingly popular, which in later cases paves the way for the mobile marketing for popular brands. And the key lessons what we learned from this millennial era is they started building value first, then monetize. This is what the dot com bust proved permanently for us. Let me go to the next, the mobile era or the influencer economy era. Later half of the 2000s, we can see that Amazon's e-commerce sales surpasses $10 billion, which is validating with the online retail data. But before that, in 2007 is the year I want to make you to remember, because Steve Jobs walked on to the stage with iPhone. He started introducing the iPhone. He called it as an iPod, POD, iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator all in one device. The audience laughed because it sounded too good to be true. But within a decade, the smartphone had fundamentally transformed human behavior and digital marketing, as well as with the mobile marketing. By the early of 2010s, WhatsApp and Instagram and Snapchat. Let me summarize once again the 2010s arrival of WhatsApp, Instagram, and Snapchat, which was changing the entire digital ecosystems of the entire world. These were not just a new apps or the applications, they were new communication paradigms. That means WhatsApp made messaging free globally. Instagram made visual storytelling the dominant form of online self expressions. Snapchat invented the what you can say the content format that would later inspire Instagram stories and Facebook stories. For marketers, this was both an opportunity and a challenge. The opportunity, people were now reachable on their phones at every moment of the day, but the challenge is they are also more distracted, more impatient, and more selective. But what they paid attention to, what type of content, we have to identify those contents, and neurotechnological upgradations we have to make it for the content. New lot of neuro studies implemented in advertisements, colors, images, sensory marketing started coming to the online digital platforms to gain the attention of the customers. So in 2010s also we can see that the rising of influencer economy. As ordinary people, they build large followings on Instagrams and YouTubes. Brands started discovered that these individuals had something with them, and money could not be what I can say easily transferable. So through these influencers, through their trust, they want to capitalize themselves. A fashion blogger with 5 lakh followers engaged, who is in the full page magazine, instead of giving an advertisement in a full page magazine, we can give to a blogger or to a influencer the advertisement. They can fetch huge benefits. That's what the company started thinking. Yeah, by 2023, you can see that global influencer marketing industry was estimated over $21 billion. So by the end of 2010, 65% of all the social media was being spent on mobile devices. So the digital advertising industry reached approximately about $200 billion globally. These are all the data which is available online. Okay, and Google Ads alone accounted for 96% of Google's total revenue. This is what the data which is available in the Google site, demonstrating how these central search advertisement has become to the digital economy is another important questions we have to think in this digital era. The digital advertising industry grew simultaneously with the digital tools and techniques what people started using it. The revenue models what the people are doing like influencer marketing or the mobile marketing started gaining more importance, and brands started catching these type of influencers and mobile users, Google ads for their promotions. And these bloggers, Instagram creators, they also created 1 million plus industry income to them. Now, the Indian examples which I want to share with you here is Zomato, Nykaa, Cred. Almost they build their entirely the brands through the influencer marketing in this era. Let me just discuss about what they did it as a case study. Then we will go to the next content. Let me first ask you the basic questions that randomly I want to ask you the question today because it is very important topic. We have to talk about the evolution of digital marketing. Before that, I want to know think about your own daily routine. So the moment you wake up, what is the first thing you do? Most of you will say that I will check your phone. Everybody, including me, I will be checking my phone. Maybe you can open your WhatsApp or scroll Instagram, or even you can check your Zomato to see food coupons or food orders. Now, think carefully. When you open Zomato, what do you see? Certain type of restaurants first, then why do you get notifications like 50% offer on your favorite biryani exactly at lunchtime, or in your breakfast time the mini meals are ready with multiple items, nutritious items, those things are also available. Do you think that is these things are random, simply they are giving it? No, this is not at all given as a random. This is what the digital marketing. So, digital marketing today is not just an advertising, it is about understanding your behavior. Your personal recommendations are given by the AIs now, and it is also predicting your needs and influencing your decisions. And this has evolved step by step over all these years. It is not from one particular day the booming of the industry come with a personalized recommendation. Over long years of almost 10 to 15 years, they started doing researches and they come to the today's position. So today I will take you through this journey with a very simple, relatable way. Let me begin with the 1990s. You know that at the time the internet was still new and business were just entering the digital world, and there were no advanced tools, no personalization, no analytics. Companies simply wanted to create a presence online. They want to just show to the world that we are also doing something in the online, at least the websites. Think of it like a new shop opening in a city. The first goal is not a profit, but a visibility. This visibility was created with the help of the internet. And they started producing a website. During that time, it was a very basic item. they have to do it. The only displayed information like company details and product descriptions, and there were no interaction at all, no chatbots, no personalized recommendation, no 3D videos, and nothing was given there, no toll free numbers, nothing. So now here comes the problem. Even though websites existed, finding information was very difficult for the people, and there were no intelligent search engines like today. Early tools simply listed results without ranking them properly. This was entirely changed when the Google was introduced. That was the next story. It ranked websites based on the relevance, which made search much easier. Suddenly business brands started realizing that something very important we are missing. It just having a website is not enough. They started thinking that it should be visible to everybody. And what is that visibility? This led to the birth of SEO. Here comes the storyline. Okay, where companies started thinking about website in the first stage, then they started visibility in the second stage, and the companies started optimizing their websites to appear on the top of the result. That is the next stage. Around some time, online advertisements also started, and the first banner ad, as I was mentioning about, it was having a high response because people had never seen such ads before. So this first stage of digital marketing was all about visibility. Business simply wanted to be seen online. Now move to the second era, that is 2000 to 2010. This was where things started becoming more interactive, and social media platforms began to encourage. For the first time, customers could respond to companies, the feedbacks, the chatbots, and the communication become two-way. At the time, e-commerce started growing rapidly, and let me give a simple comparison. Earlier, if you wanted to order a food, what you will do? You will just call a restaurant, ask them to just tell the menu and place an order. Now you simply open Swiggy, browse options, click ratings, and compare prices, and also you can order instantly. So this is the power of digital evolution. Similarly, platforms like Amazon, they changed the shopping behavior completely. Customers could read reviews, compare products, and make informed decisions. Another important development was the SMS marketing, which we discussed. Business started sending offers directly to customers. Till today, Max showrooms are sending offers. They started engaging the customers with their brands. Now, let us move to the third stage of 2010 to 2020. This is the mobile and engagement era, we call it as. The biggest change here is that the internet moved from desktop to smartphones. People become connected all the time. I was talking about the Steve Jobs and the iPhone era, Android era. Apps like Instagram changed how marketing worked. Content become the visual and engaging. Let me give you a very practical example like Nika. Consider Nika. Nika did not just sell beauty products, it created content and it also gives tutorials how to use that. And influencer collaborations were also there, and they started accepting the product reviews also. So, when a customer watches a makeup tutorial on Instagram or YouTube, they are not just learning, they are also being influenced to purchase. This is called as the content driven marketing that we will be learning in the later space. Another important concept during this phase happens with the Nika advertisement is the influencer marketing. Earlier, people trusted brands. Today, people trusted individuals, the influencers. For example, if a beauty influencer recommends a lipstick from Nika, thousands of followers may buy it, and this is the power of influence. Similarly, when you browse Swiggy or Zomato, you will notice recommended for you. You can see that within commas it will be recommended for you, or trending restaurants. These are all not random suggestions, they are based on your past behavior. The AI are recommending. Advertisement also become highly targeted during this phase. If you search for a product once, you start seeing advertisements related to you, and also wherever you will be browsing, whether in the Facebook or in the Instagram or in YouTube, it will be everywhere. This is the stage where the people are doing advertisement with a highly target. This is a target phase, we call it as. So this stage is about engagement and experience. Customers are expecting the brands to interact with them, and they want to entertain the brands to talk with them, and they want to give feedback to the companies, and they want to give value to their brands, and the brands were also respecting the people with a lot of their interactions. So this stage is all about engagement and experience. That is what we call it as. When you are talking about the 2020, let us move to the final stage. When I'm talking about it, you should know about what is this final stage all about is. The final stage is nothing but this 2020 and the other era. In this era, the artificial intelligence era, we are calling it as, and it is fully of personalization. You can see that the digital marketing is highly advanced, and it is not just showing ads, it is about predicting customer behavior with a lot of data. That's with the big data and other things. Let us go back to the Zomato. When you open the app, and it might be showing you the your favorite dosa has been placed an offer, and your biryani is at offer, or your order again from your last restaurant. This is, we call it as the personalization. So this personalization, similarly like platforms of Amazon, which will be recommending you based on your browsing histories. Even short form of contents like Instagram Reels are all personalized nowadays. That's why we are keep on scrolling, because the content matches your interest. And another important point is that the data has become extremely valuable for the brands. Every click, every search, every purchase generates data for the company. And the companies use this data to improve their marketing strategies. So, this is a stage represents personalization, prediction, marketing has become an intelligent and automated function now. Now, if you look into the entire journey, we can clearly see the evolutions. And this is what every marketer should understand, or every brand should understand nowadays. Because the mobile era and the other era started talking about the recent changes like Web 4.0 and AI. What will be the present and the future? Today we are in the 2026, and the pace of change has not slowed down. It has accelerated very fastly. Let me describe the present digital marketing landscape where we were headed. We are living in what researchers call in Web 4.0 or 4.0 era, where Web 1.0 was a static era and read only content in the 1990s, and Web 2.0, which arrived at around 2004, was a social and interactive read and write internet era. And this is the era of Web 2.0, where the Facebook, the user generated contents like YouTubes and all these things started coming, blogs. And in Web 3.0, we can introduce the ideas of decentralization like blockchain and data ownership. And in now the data 4.0 or the Web 4.0, where we are now characterized by connectivity, that is ubiquitous connectivity, that is Internet of Things integration, and artificial intelligence integration that can sense, that can decide, and also that can act and behave according to your behavior. This is what does this means is digital marketing now means CRM. It is talking about custom relationship management, recommendation management, that predict what a customer will do before they do it. And it means AI chatbots provide 24 bar 7 customer service without any human interaction. No need for anybody to sit and watch what the questions will be answered, or just like BPO or KPO or machines. The computer started talking like human interventions. It means personalized marketing messages generated automatically for every individual customers based on their query. It means your refrigerator potentially ordering groceries on your behalf, and a brand knowing about it. This is what going to happen in future days, and this is happening also. And artificial intelligence is the biggest force. Now you can see that voice searches like smart speakers like Alexa, Siri, these are all with very high density of usage. Artificial intelligence is a big force, I can say, rather. It is reshaping the digital economy or digital marketing today. Tools like ChatGPT are already being used to write marketing copy, generate content, social media post, and it is also analyzing various types of campaign data which is given by the companies, and it will generate the AI content images, and will create advertising visuals in a fraction of seconds, and the stories it will create within a fraction of seconds. PPTs it will create, and predictive analysis analytical tools like forecasting the customer churn before they are churning is also happening. And on the other major aspects, the present day trends includes the short form of video. I was talking about reels and TikTok, which was banned now in India, as the dominant content format, and people Instagram Shorts. The decline of third party cookies and the shift to first party data and voice searches. I give you the Alexa, Siri. Now people started with the agentic AI, their own personalized agentic AI, voice searches through smart speakers, and augmented reality, 3D, AR, VR technologies are included in Amazon, even the lens cart, where you can fix it, and Myntra. Many sites are using that. And augmented reality shopping experiences they started giving in the 4.0 era. Looking at the current AI driven landscape, which aspect do you think you have to think for a while and you have to tell me? And which aspect do you think that we have to be very cautious, or greatest impact how on how brands communicate with customers in the next 5 years? See, the milestones or the agentic AI handling customer service automatically is now going to become a challenge for the brands. And generative AI content creation with the ChatGPT, DALI are also now a challenge for them. And now Anthropic AI, no coders are necessary for people. Recently, Nokia removed 3,000 people. And hyper personalization with predictive analytics, metaverse marketing, and virtual brand spaces, sustainability marketing and ethical advertisements, zero party data strategies. Consumers share willingly, they want to share. Every app, when you're downloading, every site, when you're going, they will ask you a permission. We can take all the data. Unless otherwise, you're not giving okay, your apps are not going to be downloaded. So you're giving permission for everybody to load all your data. So the agentic AI handling customer service will also be going to happen automatically. If you have an agentic AI, it will find out, you can just fix it in your local system. It will find out your free time, your family time, and also it will book the ticket on Book My Show, and it will go to a payment gateway of its own. It will pay the money, it will book the Rapido or Ola, or it can send a mail to all your boss or your appointments to cancel that your time is the family time. To that extent, now the agentic AI are going with the trends, and it is creating very high milestones. And let me go to the summarization or the milestones with a quick recap of things. The key milestones that changed digital marketing forever. Because I want to close it, let me highlight four milestones, four milestone moments that permanently changed the trajectory of digital marketing. First one is in the 1994, the first banner ad click-through rate of 44%, and today it is under 0.1%. And this illustrates perfectly the problem of banner blindness, right? And customers learn to ignore advertisements formats over time. In spite of compulsory ads in YouTube's, they started skipping off. Digital marketers must constantly innovate their formats. And the second thing is in 2004, Facebook launched and social media transformed marketing from one to many, broadcasting to many conversations started. And brands were no longer in control of their narrative, customers were. And in 2003, one is about 2007, the iPhone launch, the smartphones, Android phones. The digital marketing truly ubiquitous and they are always on. It moved digital marketing from something you did at a desk or a laptop to something that was enabled in very every moment of daily day of life. In 2016, the fourth stage, we can call it as the present stage, the influencer economy. The shift from institutional authority to individual credibility, which has changed the advertising forever. Consumers trust people who look them more than the brands what they want to achieve, and who talk at them on behalf of the brands. The influencers started talking. So to summarize this session, let me give the case study of one more title. I think that will give you the Zomato Swiggy evolutions I was talking about. The when you look into the entire journey, we can clearly see the evolution in 1990s, the digital marketing about the presence, and 2000s it was about interaction. 2010 it was about the engagement, and today it is personalization. So this evolution has become the technology because the technology has changed and the customer expectations have also changed. So as a future managers, you should also try to understand that digital marketing is not just a tool, it is a continuously evolving field. And to succeed, you must adapt a change and understand customer behavior deeply, right? You should understand from Zomato, Swiggy, or the contents which I was talking about, the Nika brands. This is what you people should try to understand as a digital marketing student. So, on our to summarize the session of it, digital marketing evolutions. It is in the primitive stage in 2000s, and it was 1990s, and now each era built at last with the industry 4.0 with AI technology and shift towards from technology to consumer behavior shift, economic forces shift. In our session, we will move from the history to the process in the next session, and especially with five-step digital marketing, the process that will give you a practical framework of what the beginning will be. And executing the digital campaign, we are going to see in the next forthcoming sessions that how these things are going to be taken out. The future will be with AI, IoT, AR, and the first party providers. So I hope that this session might have been interesting for you, and you have to explore more on the day-to-day activities, digital marketing landscape. At the end of this session, every student should observe what is going on at the background of you from the morning till your bedtime. You have to observe what is to be discussed in this particular session,